to FKB Fitness. It's going to be a new channel where we'll discuss all things related to sports and conditioning. My name is Antonio Flores.
I'm Neil Micallef.
I used to be a Paralympic sprinter, but this January I transitioned back into strength sports. I'm a podiatry student. I'm going to be second year.
I'm also a podiatrist. I started training when I was about 14 years old, but started training seriously by following his advice at about 19 years, 20 years old. Today we're going to
talk about knees caving in
during the squat.
This is something that affects a lot of people, and if left untreated, it could be very detrimental.
So let's get started. This is how knees buckling in the squat typically looks like. Notice how the knees cave in towards each other and the foot rolls inwards at the bottom of the squat. Now this is me squatting without knees caving in. The amount of knees being shoved out is debated, but everyone agrees that knees should not buckle in. Now we will see Neil Micallef attempt 180 kilos in the squat during a powerlifting competition. It is important to note that despite being a competition weight, his knees do not buckle inwards. Even though his knees are not shoved out a lot, they are certainly not shoved in. A common cause for knees caving in during the squat is lack of ankle flexibility. This can be improved by stretching and soft tissue work. During this exercise, one simply places the front part of the foot next to a wall or a vertical object such as pillars of a power cage and gently lunge forward until the knee lightly taps the wall. This can be both done as a warm-up or on recovery days. Ideally, one should gradually build up to the point where he or she can easily get past the toes. The two most seen mistakes during this exercise are letting the heel come off the ground and as well as not lunging in line with the foot. To further loosen up the ankles, you can use a foam roller or even a PVC pipe to mesh up any tight spots in the calf muscle by rolling back and forth. You should be on the lookout for tender areas as these need the most tissue work. A way to bypass tight ankles is to either use weightlifting shoes or, for those not planning to compete anytime soon, by placing something steady under their heels, such as a weight plate. Another factor which might cause knees to cave in is lack of hip flexion and external rotation. One simple stretch is to rest your foot on an elevated surface and play around with different movements. It is important to be intuitive and try to find areas which feel restricted and working on them. The inner thigh is often full of trigger points, which in turn restricts hip movement. Foam rolling this area can do wonders for some individuals. Possibly one of the most specific and effective ways to gain flexibility for the squat is to brace yourself from a stable upright object and with a normal to wide stance, squat to the bottom position. Then, as you are in the bottom position of the squat, force the knees outward as much as you can. To make this exercise more beneficial, you can rock from side to side, trying to find areas which are restricted. If you find that you are able to maintain technique during light sets, but as the weight gets progressively heavier, it becomes harder to avoid the knees buckling in, it could be due to a muscular imbalance. A very simple and specific way to train the right muscles to become stronger is by doing pause squats. Simply squat to parallel or below and hold for anywhere between 1 to 5 seconds and then squat back up. To strengthen the gluteus medius and minimus, which are often weak in relation to other muscles, is simply to put a band above or below the knee whilst in a seated position. The motion is performed by starting in a position which resembles knees being buckled inwards, then forcing them outwards and holding for a peak contraction.
First of all, we'd like to apologize if you didn't understand us in anything. First of all, we would like to apologize if you didn't understand anything because of our accents. We're Maltese
people.
Secondly, Please like, comment and subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for future videos.
See you later. Peace out, man.